Bad motto for Aaron.
Hey, you know the 20 quid note?
Yeah.
If they said they're going to take it out of circulation and you had to quickly spend it, what would you? And you had a lot of them. What would you go and buy?
Nothing you recommended.
He doesn't play the game, does he? He is a grumpy old man, isn't he? You will agree with it. iPhone or something, some tech gadget. Yeah, well, I'll tell you. You know the Indian story with the currency
I do.
in India?
But tell us more about it.
He's a bit of a flip side to this.
But that's only $15.
$15 and $17. He thinks he knows, doesn't he? Hello there, Apple. Apple has sold over 1 million iPhones in just 3 days. Tim? Just 3 days. It's after, of course, the Indian government suddenly removed certain banknotes from circulation. Shoppers, they were rushed out to buy the gadgets before the money became worthless rather than exchange the old notes for the new ones. Earlier this month, just to remind you, authorities in India announced that the 500 and the 1,000 rupee notes would be taken out of circulation as part of a clampdown on corruption. It is a cash-driven society and economy, actually, in India, but it's caused lots of protests. We'll have more on that one. Let me just update you again with Germany's national carrier Lufthansa, because the pilots there, they're set for a further 2 days of strikes. It's following, of course, remember, we talked about it a lot, the 4-day walkout last week. The stoppages are due to affect short-haul flights today, and both tomorrow, short-haul and long-haul flights. If you're planning to go to the airport or fly Lufthansa, just check online first. The carrier has announced that a further 180,000 passengers are going to be affected over the coming few days. This brings the total number of passengers impacted to over 500,000. And the airline has estimated that so far it's costed about 10 million euros. That's about just over $10.5 million a day, that is. That's a day. So we're going to keep across it. It's the 15th strike, pilot strike, in 2.5 years for Lufthansa. Big problems there. Let me just talk about Samsung Electronics. It's confirmed it's considering dividing the company into 2 separate firms. The organisation has been under pressure, of course, to improve its profitability by forming a separate holding company which would essentially own the electronics business. In October, the company was forced to stop production of its flagship Note 7 smartphone. That's after those battery problems led to those devices catching on fire. It's not good news, is it? Follow me on Twitter, tweet me, I'll tweet you back. You can get me at BBC Aaron. That's it with the business. Timmy, see ya.
See you in a bit. Thank you very much, Aaron. You're watching BBC World News. Stay with us, still to come. More on that plane crash in Colombia. It's now confirmed 76 people on board were killed.